Like Major League Baseball, they're playing 162 games, but all destination cities.
Yes.
We're playing some destination cities. We're playing
middle of nowhere.
like San Angelo. It's a big enough city, but ain't a whole lot. You don't come to San Angelo on accident. You don't.
Hey, careful now. Careful.
No, but you don't. Like, why would you? Like, it's a great town, but like, there's no connecting flights. I'm not knocking it.
That's
I'm
pretty
right.
good. That's a pretty good reel right there.
Yeah, it's a great town. I'm so happy that I'm here. I love it.
Watch
but
out, Cole might fight you. Watch out.
You're just wheeling in, do the event, and then you're gone. You don't even drive through here really.
Yep.
Very much.
We're trying to boost our population up.
I know. Vote yes on the bond.
We're doing it.
Vote yes on the bond.
I'm serious about that. They don't. I hope people understand that that's really a needed thing in this community.
Can you imagine that rodeo with 10,000 people and better seats and better bathrooms and everything?
We don't have anywhere to change the clowns. There's other people using our bathroom. So you ever dress like a clown and stand by a 12-year-old kid at a urinal? It's weird.
It's just a public restroom.
There's one that people can get to. It's not public. They got a little gate there, but it's the only bathroom. All the judges, all the social media team, everybody has to use it because there's not another room.
You be doing an act. Pause. I'm going to go tie one in 7 flat in front of 10,000 people in San Angelo. I'm going to give them a little bit of this, and they're going to go nuts. I can't wait.
Vote yes on the bond.
Vote yes on the bond.
10?
Hamilton will like that.
10? Yeah, for sure. I mean, the city will like it. I mean, hopefully this comes out by the time voting happens.
May 6th.
I think early voting is the 22nd.
April
the Tuesday
22nd.
after the rodeo ends. I've heard Boyd say that.
Wow.
So we may have to bump this one up.
Might have to.
Just bump the clip.
Bump this, or release the clip, yeah.
Bump the clip.
Frank, I was just about to ask something, dude.
So Fife, Alabama would be your most underrated.
Yeah,
place.
great place. Townsville, Queensland, Australia. Of course, Madison Square Garden. How crazy to think that I've been in there. Cow Palace is a unique place in San Francisco because of the history there. And then, like, you think Dickies Arena, it's the cleanest, most beautiful arena of all time I've ever been to. Like, it's so refreshing. Even though we're there 20-something perfs, feels like a new one every day.
This is what I was going to ask. We are currently here in San Angelo, Texas. How often, okay, so for the people who don't know, today is what, Tuesday?
Yes.
It is 4 o'clock in the evening, afternoon. The rodeo isn't until Thursday. Their last perf was Sunday. How many times do you just have this downtime where you're in a city doing nothing?
Over my career, it's changed. It's increasing because of rodeos like San Angelo hiring me, where I live in North Carolina. And so I was going to fly home the first week and then this week, but it's $880.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, go home and be there 2 full days, travel 2 days, and spend $900. My wife's remodeling part of the barn, so she could use that $800 or $900, and I'll sit here and Tuffy with Bar None Ranch. I'm gonna go golf with him in Sonora tomorrow. We're probably gonna go out and go fishing or something, and so I do a lot of outdoor activities. Yeah, I'm stuck. I think I did last year was nuts. I think I spent 45 nights in my bed at my house.
320 nights on the road.
Yeah.
How? I mean, because obviously you've talked about it. Great family man, great dad. How do you juggle that? I mean,
Well, they go with me.
They go with you a lot?
Not a lot, but they will meet each other. I'll go home for a couple of days here and there. We do some vacations throughout the year. So, like I always tell people, last year was wild. Like I was gone a lot last year. But I think a guy's an electrician, right? And he might get up in the morning and have breakfast, and then he goes to work. 12-hour day. Kids go to school. They come home from school. He gets home. They eat dinner. Kids go to bed. He might have been with his kids 2 hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 hours all week. When I am with my kids, we homeschool. It's a 16-hour day. You're awake. We're together. So I bet at the end of the year, I'm with my family more than it sounds like. Probably not as much as everybody else, though. Not last year.
I mean, you can't really I was telling him, though, like, you can't really have just an off night or an off week. Like if we go rope bad, yeah, we rope bad, but you have to be on a lot. Like, how do you do that mentally and physically at maybe somewhere you don't want to be or going through chemo? How do you just get ready to turn it on and bam, you're ready to go? And
I'm trying to preach to nobody, but like I pray for ability to entertain people. I truly do. I really believe that's my calling. I just want to be positive and full of joy. And there's times where I'm not, and I'm a negative guy, just like anybody else or all that. But I just try to like breathe, say my little prayer before every perv, get my head right and realize how fun my job is, go and have fun. And then there's times where you get mad at an announcer because he didn't let you talk when you wanted to, or, the music guy plays the wrong song. And then we all, like, if we're all being honest, we all have a negative side. I just try to block that kind of stuff out and not let it jump on me. Just go be, like I said, you knocked on my door, come on in, and I want to host you in my home. It's sort of keep going back to that frame of mind. I guess you're like an actor. I guess you just have to keep channeling that part of you.
Wow. I know somebody's got a lot of negative sides.
No, like, why'd you look at him?
Why did you?
You guys should fight. You guys should fight.
Let's draw a circle.
There's someone out there that I didn't know about. No, him and you know what's one of my favorite videos of all time? I captured not even with one of these nice cameras. This is my iPhone. Him and Brogan Miller, his driver, in Oregon, in St. Paul, Oregon, at the contestant hospitality. They got to wrestling, and I mean, there's no one in the tent except one, lady who was helping serve the food, and him and Brogan were freaking wrestling, and it was just type of wrestling where you're like, I feel like I should step in here, but
it
I'm
might
not
get
going
to a fight.
But I'm the one videoing, so I'm not stepping in, so someone step in, and then this lady in the back, hey. But yeah, no, point being, there's been some wrestling in the group.
Brad Narducci, the music director. He does the Cowboy Mafia podcast with Lucia.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got this idea. He wants to do boxing at the NFR, like celebrity boxing.
That's
like
in right now.
Rodeo guys.
That'd
and
be
I'm
pretty
like,
good.
Brilliant. So if anybody takes that idea, it's Brad's. Just throwing it out there. I got to watch my friends back.
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this out of the pod, and we'll take it.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with that? I don't know.
I
Just
don't know.
thought of it.
Smads Marshmoochie is what it rhymed with,
Who's
but
that?
I'm not saying.
Some random guy told us that. No, the boxing. That's what you're talking about. You make a joke about Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I made that joke. They're freaking gonna be on HBO Max. We're gonna fight on Netflix and stuff. And if there are guys who love to fight, some burly old cowboys, they go wrestle a steer and then
Cow Palace, you know about that? Gary Lefw's buck and ball in the boxing matches.
Wait,
you
what?
just look that up. Gary Lefw.
I've been seeing Gary Lefw come up on my Facebook. He has some badass videos. 80-year-old
He's all
world champion
fit.
bull rider. He's all like,
Have you seen the video of him getting bit by the gar?
No.
Oh,
We'll have to pull it up. We need.
Pull it up.
He's looking for our video guy, like our guy,
I'm
like
pulling
Joe
it up.
Rogan and Theo Vaughn have.
Yeah,
he literally
said,
is like looking for our
Where's your
guy.
video
And,
guy?
hey,
I'm
it's
pulling
coming. Let's Freakin' Rodeo is gonna have a guy. Just wait.
I'm going to pull up the Gary Lefw getting bit by a gar video.
We got to see it.
But anyway, he had the buck and ball. It was like a party in San Francisco that they would have. And I think everybody used to box back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Like even Slim Pickens, the old rodeo clown that was in Blazing Saddles, and they all boxed each other.
Really?
Yeah, for a long time. Here's a picture from the buck and ball.
Yeah.
Look at this picture. It's Donnie Gay. See, I don't know who all it is. Oh, here we go. It's Don Gay, Monty, Rico Suave Henson, L.D. McConaughey. I don't know who all they are, but a few. But look, they would dress up. It was around Halloween time, and they have this huge party.
Donnie right there.
That's rank. That's Donnie.
It was like the last rodeo of the year before the NFR standings were finalized.
This is almost like what they do in Red Bluff, almost.
Yeah, maybe so.
They do.
Have you seen that? They do
Oh,
that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, because I stay at, I work for Cotton and Reno for years and Flying U. So, I mean, their houses, Reno won the Wild Ride a bunch. He's got pictures all over his home of him dressed up in that stuff.
Man, if I could, I would pay so much money.
Oh, here's the gar. And now he's cutting it up. He's bleeding all over.
God, dog.
This is him.
Who? Bro, he popped up on my For You page.
He's
the other
been,
day.
hey, Mr. Gary Lefw, you're killing the algorithm game because you keep coming up on my Facebook. I'm going to just have to give you a follow.
80 years old, and he's
Dog.
shredded.
And he's got his
So if you're
chickens
not in
running
the
around.
bull riding game, I mean, he's a legend. He's like, he's the guru, he calls himself, that he teaches people like mental games and how to ride bulls. And, the 8 seconds, it's Lane Frost, that in the movie, the Lane Frost character, or Lane Frost, what am I trying to say? Luke Perry, the guy playing it, he goes, I can't believe I'm at the same bull riding as world champ. And it was Lefw.
No way. Where does he live?
California.
We gotta
Jackass,
You're
the
gonna have to
show?
go to California.
All the bull scenes in Jackass, they're at his ranch.
No
We-
way. He said he's
think
gonna
it
live
was-
well past 100.
Yeah.
He looks like it if he's
No
80.
process stuff. I saw a video of him. I think it was yesterday. He has goose egg, or he'll eat goose eggs,
Yeah, duck eggs. I
duck
saw it.
eggs,
Yeah.
and chicken eggs, and
That thing's got 2 million views on Facebook. Look.
But more people need to do what you're doing, Ty. Ty's an athlete. You're a rodeo contestant, but you're hustling. You're out here doing a podcast. You worry about your social media. You're working. I'm sure you're hustling, trying to get sponsorship dollars and caring about your image as an athlete. But you're taking it serious. Well, there's a lot of people that don't. They just pull over on the side of the road and crank the generator and have some beers instead of working on their being an athlete. And I think, people say, on my podcast, I used to do way back in the day, I said to Flint, I interviewed him, I said, man, I just want to see these guys make as much as baseball players. He goes, they ain't ready. And I'm like, almost like, Flint, why do you say that? And he's like, now hang on, hear me out. And this is verbatim. I don't remember exactly what he said, but basically, if you take a pro baseball player and you look at his history, he's played t-ball, coach's pitching machine league, and then he junior high school, college, and he hasn't had time in his life to do anything else. And I promise you, he's in the gym, he's playing 162 games a year, and yeah, he's making millions, but he has sacrificed. I mean, if you take your average low-level bull rider that's got a PRC8 card and hasn't won a bunch, I wonder what his days really look like. Does he have the same schedule as an MLB player, an NFL player? Because if we all had those schedules, where would we be? Call to action. Ladies, let's go. That's freaking rodeo.
That's freaking rodeo, baby. You get me fired up. I'm like, man, we got to get done with this interview so I can get to the gym. My fat ass.